One of East Alabama's biggest employers has lost hundreds of permanent workers in the past 5 years.
We have the hottest stretch of weather so far this year headed to East Alabama. We will have the complete 7-day forecast coming up. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Metal Buildings, custom metal buildings built right here in Anniston.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham. According to a report from the U.S. Government Accountability Office, Anniston Army Depot's permanent workforce decreased by 616, or about 22%, since 2021. Meanwhile, its contractor workforce more than doubled, going from 101 to 258 during the same period. The report shows that the Anniston Depot performed most of its work for Army customers, such as regular Army units or the Army National Guard. It also performed an increasing amount of work on ground vehicles for foreign militaries. According to that GAO study, Anniston's workload for Army customers declined from about $701 million to about $371 million from fiscal 2021 through fiscal 2025. The workload for foreign militaries increased from about $17 million in 2021 to a peak of $467 million in 2024. That GAO report, issued Monday, takes a close look at both the Anniston Army Depot and the Red River Depot in Texas. The Army spent more than $7.1 billion operating those two facilities from 2021 through 2025. Most of the money was spent on military ground vehicles such as tanks and self-propelled artillery systems. The depots also maintain trucks for hauling fuel and supplies, as well as light armored vehicles for transporting personnel and cargo. Anniston accounted for about $3.6 billion, or roughly 60% of the total spent on those vehicles in the past 5 years, while Red River accounted for about $2.4 billion, or 40%. Officials at both depots told the GAO that they face challenges finding enough skilled workers to continue providing these services. According to depot officials, contractor personnel often arrive without the required skills and must be trained on the job, while supervisors have limited ability to direct them. Well, an ursine visitor has been seen in recent days around Calhoun County. That story and more when we return.
For 50 years, Waldrop Metal Buildings has proudly delivered American-made metal buildings, barns, and carports across the Southeast. Now we're celebrating by giving back all year long with monthly giveaways as a thank you to our customers. Visit our Facebook page to enter and be part of the celebration. Waldrop Metal Buildings, real, American-made steel.
Life doesn't stop for car service, and now it doesn't have to. With the Ford Mobile Service Van from Buster Miles Ford, our certified technicians come to you for oil changes, brake service, tire rotations, battery tests, and more. It's the same trusted service now delivered right to your driveway. Schedule your Ford Mobile service today at bustermilesford.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit us at any one of our 5 locations in Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln.
Everyone loves the Chief Ladiga Trail, especially this black bear who wandered onto the trail Thursday. Jacksonville officials called out the city's animal control and patrol units to look for it and ensure that the trail is clear. In the meantime, walkers and bikers are warned to be watchful on the trail and give any wild animal plenty of space if they encounter one. As of Thursday night, the bear had been spotted in other locations around Jacksonville, including near the downtown district. So far, the animal has not caused any issues, city officials say, and it's kept to itself and is moving on. Wildlife experts say the bear's natural instinct will be to head out of town. For now, residents are being advised to bring their pets and pet food inside. And if you see a bear, don't approach it or try to feed it. Don't attempt to engage the animal or harm it. Jacksonville State University's Board of Trustees voted this week to abolish the university's faculty senate, saying that it was complying with the recently enacted state law establishing new rules for Alabama's colleges and universities. Officials say they will begin what they call an orderly transition to board-approved policies governing its faculty and staff. The change will affect advisory structures, tenure, post-tenure review, and curriculum oversight. Under the resolution, Jack State President Don Killingsworth will now work with university leadership, legal counsel, and other officials to develop recommendations that he will present to the Board of Trustees for consideration over the coming months. Killingsworth said the board's action marks the beginning of an important process for the university. When we come back, two adventurers from East Alabama will be in the national spotlight this fall.
This spring and summer, get it done right with Oxford Lumber, your hometown partner for projects big or small. From refreshing your garden to upgrading your outdoor space, we've got everything you need. Check out our full garden center and gear up on our Stihl showroom, chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, and more. Ready to grill? We've got Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone to fire up the fun. Since 1985, Oxford Lumber has been built on tradition and focused on you. Visit us today at any of our 5 locations: Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln. Oxford Lumber, where you're treated like family.
Hi, my name is Edith Couch, and I'm a patient at Good Hydrations. Well, I've known Dr. Sneed and I've known the people at CARES ever since I moved here from Atlanta. And so I had told him about my infusions that I got because I went all the way to Birmingham. These are friends, and they're also very caring people. They asked me questions, asked me what I wanted, told me what they had to offer, what they thought would be best for me given my health situation. And so I've been coming here ever since the first trial one that I did with them.
This segment of EAN Mobile News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
A couple of alumni from Jack State will be competing this fall in the 39th season of The Amazing Race, which premieres September 30th on the CBS TV network. Daisha Wilkes, 28, and Dalton Hamby, 27, will be one of 13 teams vying for the show's $1 million prize. The pair's official team nickname is Daisha and Dalton, dating from Flat Rock, Alabama and Jacksonville, Alabama. According to a story on the university's website, they met at Jack State a few years ago while she was studying for her master's degree in biology and he was working at the university's fitness center. They became Instagram friends, and soon they spent 3 months traveling across Southeast Asia. Their travels continued around the world, buying only one-way tickets for their adventures. While at Jack State, Dalton filmed and edited Jack State football practices and games. Daisha grew up using her family's video camera, recruiting friends to act out roles. Their shared enthusiasm for videography eventually produced a source of income to help fund their trips. After returning home from one of those journeys, the couple was persuaded by Daisha's mother to make an audition tape for The Amazing Race. The show's producers liked what they saw, so Daisha and Dalton went to work. They ran the bleachers at Amherst Stadium, and at night they put on headlamps and ran around the university's library. Daisha says Jack State was their training ground. And this fall, they're going to find out if all that work pays off. Over the next few weeks, motorists should expect delays along Old Gadsden Highway as crews resurface the roadway from Shaw Street to Highway 431. Drivers are being asked to use extreme caution while traveling through the area. They should remain alert and be mindful of workers and equipment. John Holder standing by right now in the EAN Weather Center with our local forecast.
Mike, the forecast is going to be hot. We're going to have not only a stretch of hot weather, but we may have the hottest day of weather coming up this year on the horizon. We will have the complete forecast details next.
Spring into freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
The EAN Weather Cam on Quintard Avenue in Anniston. We've had a lot of changes throughout the day today. We started off with plenty of sunshine, very hot up until just after lunchtime. Then we had a few showers to cool things down. Those showers left some clouds in place, so it's not too bad out there in the late afternoon and early evening hours. The average high is 90. Our high today here in the EAN Weather Center, 95. Again, way above the average for our low this morning, sitting at 74. That's about 4 degrees above the average for this time of year. Coming up tonight across East Alabama, we'll clear the skies out. It's going to be dry tonight, very warm. No chance of rain as we move through the overnight hours. Look at that low, 75 degrees. This will be another night where we will be in the 80s for most of the night, way up until midnight and probably into the wee hours of the morning before we drop down below 80 degrees. Coming up tomorrow, it is a sizzling summer Saturday across East Alabama. 9 o'clock tomorrow, sunshine. We're almost at 80 degrees by the middle of the morning tomorrow. Lunchtime tomorrow already sitting at 90 with plenty of sunshine. And your Saturday afternoon is going to be hot. Heat advisories in effect. We'll talk about that in just a moment. 96 tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock with a blistering sun across East Alabama. Here's the 7-day forecast, and there is no relief in sight from the heat. 97 for the high on Sunday. This will be the hottest day of the year coming up on Monday. Plenty of sunshine, no rain in the forecast, 98 degrees. We will no doubt see some 100-degree readings on some backyard thermometers across East Alabama on Monday. Next chance of rain, a very small chance on Tuesday afternoon. Highs stay in the mid-90s. The heat backs off a little bit, but when we're talking about dropping from 96 to 98 to 94 and 95, it's not a big deal there. Maybe by next Friday, we may have some significant rainfall in here, maybe an increase in shower and thunderstorm activity, but the heat is not going anywhere. We're going to be mid-90s for highs, low to mid-70s for nighttime lows across East Alabama with very little rainfall. Here's that heat advisory that we talked about, all of central Alabama. This is all the way through at least Sunday. Low 90s to near 100 degrees. Those low 90s, that's going to be up here in North Alabama. Here we're going to be in the mid to upper 90s for the weekend. Heat index values as high as 109. By Monday, we may have heat index values of 110 or 111 across East Alabama. So certainly stay hydrated, reduce your time outdoors if possible, wear lightweight, light-colored clothing, but the big thing is you want to stay inside. You see, up here in Mississippi, an extreme heat warning. I think we're going to see some of that here in East Alabama by Sunday and Monday. I'll be back here tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m. with your Saturday weather at a glance. And we've got breakfast forecast, and it'll be a hot breakfast forecast coming up for you on both Sunday and Monday here on EAN. Join us for those. When we come back after the break, Mike will be back with more EAN local news.
Discover the elegance of fine jewelry at Couch's Jewelers. From timeless diamonds to stunning gemstones, every piece is crafted to perfection. Experience the quality in person. Your next treasure awaits. Visit us today in Anniston.
Thanks for watching East Alabama Now Local News. We appreciate all your support. Please like and subscribe to see more local news for your area. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.